I had a little time today, and I want to get some steps in. I figured I'd come on, not only talk, but share, and also show South Florida, a piece of South Florida, part of South Florida. I'll talk a little bit about the development of this city we call West Palm. We talk about first off, before we get to any of that, I want to start out by first off, thank God for another day of life. Thank God for strength. Thank God for the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the hills, the mountains, the valleys. I want to thank God for it all. Well, it's nice and cool in there. I want to thank God for it all. And so I just left the train station, and Henry Flagler, he's responsible for developing the railroad. So Henry Flagler, for those that don't know, he was an oil man, billionaire oil man, and he actually was friends with Rockefeller. You don't know who Rockefeller is, you can Google him too. But friends with Rockefeller, and what happened was he came to this great place we call sunny South Florida, and he came down here for a visit. And once he came down here for a visit, he liked it, he loved it, and so he's responsible for developing parts of downtown, parts over the water. I'm actually going to walk to show you that this afternoon or this morning, across the bridge, over the bridge. Some people don't like to go over the bridge. Some people don't like to go over the bridge. They say has a dark history to it. We're going to share that history about it too. But I'm going to share. We got Clematis Street. You know, pretty much like a lot of cities here in sunny South Florida have a lot of, when you come towards downtown, they have a lot of like nightclubs, you know, bars, restaurants that you can attend, that you can go to, and have a nice time. But the only thing here is, and back in the day, you could park for free, but nowadays, you try to accommodate the park. You got to find places to park, because see, and this one right here is the area for this courthouse, the area to park where you can park right here. You know, I want to turn my camera around, because usually when I turn my camera around, it messes everything up. So, but anyway, yeah, you see the courthouse right there. I'm walking towards the courthouse. You know, I spent a couple times in there, inside there, Thomas County Courthouse. But yeah, so you know, you can see the buildings in the back, the high rises. You know, it's a nice day too. But it's been raining here. It's been raining here, on and off. Been raining. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. It's been raining, and you know, it's good for me to come out now, because hey, how's it hurt? I mean, instead of her, I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? You know, that's what I don't understand. Like, stick to the topic. Let's tackle one topic at a time, please. One topic at a time. You know, that's what we should focus on. One topic at a time. What does that have to do with Henry Flagler and West Palm Beach? I don't know, but one topic at a time. So this is the Brightline station. We have what you call a Brightline station. The Brightline station goes from Ventura, that's part of Miami, like Ventura, all the way up to Orlando. Now it's coming, see, somewhere. But Brightline has had a lot of incidents where people have gotten killed. They try to beat the train. Train is fast. They try to beat the train, and they end up losing their life behind trying to beat the train. I was talking to somebody in charge of Brightline. He was saying that they had a lot of instances, but they were not guilty, 97%, and that's a huge amount. 97%, they were proven not guilty. So pretty much saying that people tend to try to beat the train, and they can't beat the train, and they end up getting hit, losing their life. So you can see it coming, but and it's fairly reasonable. It's fairly reasonable, but they also have like a little VIP section where you can have food, you can have drinks, and have a good time depending on where you're going. Whether you're going to Orlando from here, or you're going to you're going further south from here. But like I said, Henry Flagg was responsible for developing the railroad as well. So he had a hand in that as well. So I guess we should be happy to look at the building we have. That's part of downtown. That's Clematis. Probably not going that way, but maybe I'll go that one way back. But see the Bright Line there, the Bright Line station. And we also have what we call the Tri-Rail station. So, and it only makes stops. It only makes stops in like certain cities. I know here. I'm not sure when it goes further north. Where does it stop? But I know it stops here. It stops in Boca Raton, maybe Ventura. I'm not sure, but either way, we just sharing. Those that are interested in knowing about West Palm, are you thinking about visiting West Palm? West Palm is a trip though. I can say that firsthand. It's a trip as far as the culture and people and different ethnic groups and how they treat each other. It is what it is though. It is what it is. See the train? It's the Bright Line train. I don't know how many passengers it holds, but I think it holds quite a lot. And I looked a while ago. I looked to see how much it would cost for a ticket to a trip to Orlando, and it's like how you doing? Good morning. It's like about like $75. So depending on what type of car you have, or what you drive. But for me, from here to Orlando is about I don't know, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours. So it might be cheaper for me, but it's more convenient to get on the train. Not to worry about getting where you want to go, like the hotel, maybe and back and forth to the theme parks. But a lot of those hotels, they have like shuttle buses. They take you back and forth to the theme park. I'm trying to think which I want to go down this way. Do I want to go down this way? But yeah, I go down this way because I'm gonna take a different route. Let's go down this way. Yeah, we can see some of the shopping centers, some of the stores. We don't want to get hit. Some of the stores that they have downtown here in the area. But they have a lot of apartment, like condos, apartment complexes, and so I used to do, I still do sometimes, time to time, DoorDash deliveries. But it's a pain coming down this area to deliver because it's not really any parking for you to park. So see, they have a little see the parking area. See, they got a little garage there where you can actually park inside there. But if you live there, but it's nice. Got the beauty salons, and they have one particular place I like here. They got what it's called, the Dutch Pot. Not the Dutch Pot. I can't think of the name of the place right now. But anyway, it's a southern style food. Pretty good. But it's not on this. I don't think it's not on this street. It's further down that way. I'm thinking. But anyhow, you got a bagel place right there. This place right here, they're starting to put them up everywhere. I noticed that. That's the new name, but it's starting to get a lot of franchises around in the area. I noticed that. I've seen that. So, it's cool. I never actually tried Never actually tried it, but it may be okay, it may not be okay. Have to try it to see, to know. But I know people people tend to like it. But anytime I go by there or walk by there, like in the area where one is at, it's always busy. So, and that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell if a restaurant is good or not by the type of crowd it has. If it don't have a crowd, then usually the food isn't very good. If the food was very good, or it could be too pricey, or it could be in a bad location. Could have good food, still be in a bad location. That could be a problem too. Location, food, customer service. If it has good food but bad customer service, then odds are people won't come back. So you gotta have a mixture of both. You gotta have the good food. You gotta have good customer service. Those are key things for me. I don't know about for you, but for me, key thing is to have good food, have good customer service, and balance yourself out. But Olive, we're on Olive now. Olive is the area. Well, we can go down this way. A lot of like I said, condos, apartments. You see, First Presbyterian Church. It's a historical landmark here. Presbyterian Church, and I guess they got like a place where you can stay. I don't know the history of this church, but I think people used to live there. But I'm not necessarily sure. I don't want to lie to you, but I know it's a historical landmark though. It's some nice art, and they were complaining about. They were saying that they might have to start repainting some of this stuff, some of this art. Let me show you. And artwork in the area, because people are complaining about it. People are complaining about it. Some of the residents, complain about it. They don't like it. So the city might paint over it. It's nice too. See that right there? It's real nice. You see it right there. But we're really based on. Let me go this way. This is why we're here. This is why we're here. Talk about Flagler Boulevard. Mr. Henry Flagler. That's why we're here. See, so we're here. Coming up on Flagler Boulevard, and then we're gonna go over the bridge, and I'm gonna show you the sticks. I'll talk a little bit about that. Show you show you Flagler Boulevard. Show you the sticks. You don't know what the sticks is? You can Google it. Not sticks. SITK sticks. STYK. In South Florida, Henry Flagler's people. Henry Flagler's workers. What they lived in the sticks. And I said yesterday, I'm gonna clarify this too. Yesterday I said that they were freed, slaves were freed here in Florida in July. That was a lie. I misquote. That was a lie because I ain't try to intentionally tell you that. I thought I was telling the truth. Thought I was right, but I was wrong. So I was wrong. They were actually freed May 20th, 1865, and that's actually almost a little over 2 years after Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. So this is a little Florida history for you. So anyway, Henry Flagler, though this coming on, he was a billionaire oil man, and this street is named after him. It's South Flagler Boulevard. It's the South Flagler Boulevard. South Flagler Boulevard goes how far? I don't know. I can't. Almost to I say maybe Lake Worth to maybe like Rivera. I'm not sure. Like a couple of cities. It covers a couple of cities, north and south. So, but what we're gonna do? See right here? See the area right here? Let me show y'all real quick. Turn the camera around. See right here? Oh, whoops, somebody done pooped everywhere. So this is that area over there. That right there is the Breakfast Club. You can see that. That's the Breakfast Club. Henry Flagler helped develop that. Well, him and his workers helped develop that. And this is the bridge that goes over to where we're going now. That's where we're going now. So let's do a little walking. but this is nice. People come out on their boats, come out and fish, come out and fish if you want. But like to see all this right here, you got the banks and downtown, you got the Trust Bank, you got Charles Schwab. And years ago, I had a little change, right? I had a little change. And so I called him up. I don't know if he was lying to me or what, but I say, I'm looking to invest. And he said, well, you need at least, it's a lie, but maybe back then, this was like in 2002, 2003. He said he needs $50,000 to invest. I'm like, what? What? But needless to say, we didn't go. I didn't believe him. I ended up going a different route, but I didn't believe him because anyway, that's a whole other stuff and a whole other day. But I didn't believe that, and that wasn't true. Even then, that wasn't true, which I found out. But it's just like anyway. But yeah, Charles Schwab. We're getting a little. It's a nice, beautiful day. Like I say, it looked earlier, it looked like it was raining. It was raining, but right here it looks like kind of nice. And you can see. But I really want you all to see over the bridge and see that part. I want to share that, and then I try to get off of here. But this area, I didn't show that area. I didn't. But the other train station, not the Bright Line. The other train station, there's a lot of homeless hang out there and sleep there. Palm Beach is beautiful, but when you see the people coming to visit, I mean, talk about coming to visit, talk about Palm Beach, they don't show you the other side of it. The drugs, the poverty, people sleeping in the streets, people don't have nowhere to go. It's not funny. People don't have nowhere to go. But I'm just saying, it's funny because they don't show you that, and you see it when you get here. Like anywhere you go, like even California or Atlanta, they don't show you the dark side of Atlanta. They don't show you the dark side of California. They just show you the good parts. And that's the little tourism, man. To get tourists in to But yeah. So yeah, I guess without one, you need one to bounce out the other, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna press on. And I think I need to get on the other side of the street. This all go all the way around. Oh yeah, it does. Over across the bridge, right? We're on Flagler Street, but across the bridge, they have the Flagler Museum where he actually lived. It was actually his home. And just imagine, having that kind of foresight to say, you know what? I visited this place. I saw this place called West Palm Beach, Florida. I went there to visit. On a visit, and I think I should go back there and develop it. I like it so much. I'm gonna go down there and build it up. That's what he did. So that's what he did. So regardless of what, regardless of what, without his people, without his workers, it wouldn't have got done. So we talk about that too. Without his workers, without the immigrants, without the slaves. But they weren't slaves anymore. They were free. But without the workers, because he came in 1893, and they were already free by then. So, but anyway, he came on to visit, and then he did start doing they started breaking the ground and doing the stuff later on, maybe a year or two later. But either way, when he started, you look it up. When he started trying to develop West Palm, the people were already free. The slaves were already free. So, anyhow, and they're still developing. You see it, development hasn't stopped. It's still going on. You see all this work going on in this area here. All these tall high-rises and buildings, even across the water, where we're headed now, they're still developing. And going over this bridge, I used to do landscaping, right, years ago. And when you go over here, you can't start working till a certain time. In certain areas, if you wanna, you start your day off at 7 in the morning, right? And you do the landscaping in certain other areas. Then you come across the bridge where the dollars are at a little later on in the morning, like I said, 9. 9ish, 9:30, because they have an ordinance where you can't work or anything until a certain time. So yeah, I'm sure that. But I figured I'd get my steps in too today. Get my steps in and show a little bit of West Palm Beach history at the same time. You know, kind of try to kill to it. I've been thinking about this for a while, and especially on coming up on the holiday, 4th of July, America's independence for some. And some people don't like to talk about that. Some people like you to say that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, but yeah. So we're going over the bridge. Going over the bridge. Over the bridge and stuff. Over the bridge. Let's see. Usually they let you see far. They can see it far enough ahead. They see it far enough out to start letting the bridge up when the boat is coming. When the boat's coming, obviously, you know, if the boat's too tall, we go under let the bridge up. Ooh, it's a little burn going up this hill, but yeah. But yeah, you know, let the bridge up and let the boat through. And some people used to dive off this, but some made it, some didn't. But all depends on depends on type of current and if you can swim or not, I guess. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, say no fishing between signs. If people fish off the bridge though, you can fish off the bridge. You just gotta, in this area right here, you can fish. So, you know. But here in I don't know about other states, but you gotta pay for your fishing license. You know, that's crazy. Like, you wanna eat something, you wanna catch what you eat. You gotta pay to get a license to catch your food. Kind of like, wow. But if you're a certain age, of like 65, I think it is, 65 or over, then you don't have to pay for a license. You can fish. But I just think it's crazy. I guess with the bigger fish, people catching nets, I can say, I would understand if you say don't use the net. You can fish, but don't use the net. You know, the net is kind of cheating. I know it makes it easier, but if you're fishing with a pole or a reel, I can understand. Okay, yeah, let them fish. But when you casting out nets, then I kind of say, well, I kind of like agree with that, kind of, sort of, a little bit. But either way, this is me. You see, now we're coming up on the area I was telling you about. And I was talking about the sticks, right? I was telling you about the sticks. The sticks. Well, now it's the road's changing from the sticks. It's called now North County Road. So we're gonna go to North County Road and I'm gonna get off of here and go head back. But you know, this place, area I'm in right now, Trump does a little too far. Trump's house, Mar-a-Lago is like right around the corner from this area where I'm at. So you can tell that what area I'm in. I got a lot of money, a lot of rich history, and they don't really want people around here if they don't have money. So we're gonna try to do best we can to share the video without getting harassed or bothered. But either way, we don't care. You know, I don't care. You know. So it is what it is. You know. It is what it is. Some people don't like it. Some people hate the truth. You know, but American independence, they should be about, you know, trying to do better as people. Trying to love each other as people. Trying to love each other with the love of the Lord. Like, if we are all God's children and all God's people, Why would we treat each other as such? It's an easy question to answer. I ask, but not an easy question to answer. You know, the easy question to ask, not an easy question to answer. So you go around. I can go around here and get to North County Road, but I'm gonna stay on this road. I want to show you Thagard Museum. I want to show you Mr. Thagard's home. It's actually a museum now. So I'm gonna show you that. Then I'm gonna go to show you North County Road, and then we're gonna head back. It's a good little walk, you know. I've been walking for almost 30 minutes. Well, how many minutes? 25 minutes. It's a good little walk. So like I said, get your steps in. That's another thing too. They're working over here. They're working over here too. Get your steps in. Get your steps in. At least try to. But make it a point. 150 minutes a week. 150 minutes a week. You do that easy. Set your mind out to do it. You know. And I when I say walk, I said it before. When I say walk, I mean brisk walk. Brisk walking. Brisk walking. That's what I mean. Brisk walking. Not brisk walk. Anyway, having fun. You know. And they say, you know, the same muscles it takes for you to frown, same muscles it takes to smile. So don't walk around with a frown. Walk around with a frown, be sad. I understand. Sometimes be sad. That's part of life. But like I said, it's easy to walk around with the same muscles it takes to walk around with a smile. I mean, walk around with a frown. Same muscles walk around with a frown. But either way, I'm kind of tired now, y'all. Y'all walking with me? Y'all walk with me? And don't forget, we actually still doing Testimony Through Song today. Testimony Through Song. And we're doing Testimony Thursdays, even though we didn't do it yesterday. So Testimony Thursdays. Also doing Testimony Through Song today, later on today. So make sure you tune in for that if you're not subscribed and you feel like subscribing, because this channel is about a variety of things. But most important thing is each one teach one, and sharing and helping and loving each other, or trying to love each other with the love of the Lord. Help each other grow and build and inspire, uplift, encourage the best way we can. And so, like I said, if you have a testimony that you'd like to share, then share it. You can email me at testimonytuesdays@gmail.com. That's testimonytuesdays@gmail.com. And we're gonna read those today. Whether you, as long as people send them in, I'm gonna continue to share them. If you don't want to share yours, that's fine. People still share them, so you know they ain't gonna stop. Thank God for that. So anyway, this thing right here, or is it further down? This might be it right here. I've never been to it. I don't even know where it's at. Isn't that something? But I know we're walking, so I know it says this area. It's pointing the camera. I pointed the signs, not the camera. But they got cameras all over this place. But I'm saying the sign pointed this way. So, but they got cameras all over. You better believe that. They got cameras all over this spot here. In fact, if I can see one, if I can find one, I'll show it to you. But I don't know. I ain't going too far. Not going too far. For the Dixon Education. Yeah. Well, anyway, you can see this right here, this educational building. Right there is it. We're not going too far though down this way. Maybe next time I have to drive. I would have drove down this way, but when you drive down this area, there's no really parking field. It's better for me to walk and get some exercise in too as well. But we'll see. If it's not right here, I'm gonna turn around. You know, these some nice homes though. Nice homes. Yeah, it's not it. So anyway, next time, folks. Next time we'll try to show you the museum. But we're gonna go to now we're gonna go to North County Road, the Sticks, where, like I said, his workers. Henry Thagard used to live. He had some workers So yeah, immigrant workers, yeah, ex-slaves working for them, and they helped build up this area. They helped build the break. You ever heard of the Breakers Hotel? Helped build the Breakers, and so Breakers like Breakers. The rooms at the Breakers cost roughly probably like a thousand, depending on the season, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a night. So if you never, if you don't know what the Breakers is, the Breakers Hotel is, and that's give you an idea of where you're staying at, what area you're in, what area I'm in rather. And you can see, if you look at, you can see the homes and know that kind of like the vibe and the people, the area. But how's everybody's morning going? I'm getting kind of hot now. I get kind of tired, but we're gonna press on. We're gonna press on anyway. My jacket, I wore this because when you're trying to get right, when you're trying to get right, you try to drop a couple pounds. Good. It's like football practice. Back in the day, they had them wear trash bags to practice to lose weight. And that's a little different. They got other stuff to help you lose weight now. They got, you don't necessarily have to wear that stuff. Anyway, you gonna go down. They're gonna keep going, I guess so. Ran the light. Lady ran the light. It's all good. It's all good though. I'm gonna walk to the water too, since I'm in this area. Walk to the water. This area's got homes in it. Obviously, homes. It's a couple of banks. Not really. When you get to this area right here, it's not really that many restaurants. It's some, but very few. Most of it's like townhomes, homes, and like little like little clothing stores where people come to shop downtown. They actually got their own like little Publix in the area too, where you can shop. Where shopping is a pleasure. So got a little Publix there. Like I said, just imagine just going somewhere to visit and say, you know what, I'm gonna help develop that area, and then having the foresight to do it. And working for Labor Ready, I'm sure they didn't complain because they probably out of work. And I used to work for Labor Ready, right? And working for Labor Ready is not really a pristine job, but you're happy to do it because you don't have nothing else. So I can understand. And the only thing I fault Mr. Flagler Wood, people say, oh, that story may not be true, may or may not be true. But given the history of the United States, and the culture, how they treat their people, certain people, I kind of believe it. I believe it. So, but what I'm going to share with y'all is the fact that once I get there, I'm going to share it. Once I get there, I'm not going to share it right now, but you got to stay tuned and listen. And that way I'll be able to, how you doing, good morning. That way I'll be able to share it with you. Being this fat mouthing. But you can look it up while you're on here. Get out of the live and look up Henry Flagler, history of the Sticks, West Palm Beach, without me even saying it. So, yeah. Like I say, we might get a phone call, we might not. We'll see how it goes. Somebody call it in and say, I'm recording or something in this area because people are funny. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, it's all right. Be ready for it. I got that mind free in the south, might be. But yeah, like I say, some people have anxiety. But me, I don't say, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I don't necessarily look for that stuff, confrontation. But if it comes, then that's what it is. So, but yeah. So good morning, folks. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody blessed? Everybody thinking, woke up thanking God for the blessings, good and bad, ups and downs, highs and lows, hills and valleys, mountains. Thanking God for it all. You should. Because regardless of where you at, somebody might have it better. Obviously, where we at. Somebody have it better. Somebody might have it worse. And somebody does have urge, so be thankful for where you at. You know, thankful for where you at, and enjoy, because it can be gone just like that. And you're gonna spend your days upset and sad behind stuff you can't change. You can't change what's going on the course of the world. You can't change who your commander in chief is. all you can do is all you can do is thank God and know that at the end His will be done, and that's it. His will be done. And if you support Him, good for you. That's your right as a citizen. If you support Him, that's your right. That's your right to be as part of independence, part of some of, like I say, hey, good morning. Some of the stuff they preach, some of the stuff they sign, it's true for certain people, but at the same time, you know, the gist of it, you know, it's supposed to be for each and everybody, but we know it's not. But have to take it with stride anyhow. But like I was saying, that to say exercise your right. A lot of people don't. You know, you have it. People fought. People died for it. Exercise it so you can have it, and you don't exercise it and you complain about the situation you're in. Not the situation you're in, but circumstances of the laws that are being made. But laws are changed by protests, by people standing together, which doesn't happen. People standing together and coming on the one accord, regardless of what it is. We're gonna stand together for this. This is gonna help and benefit future generations, not just us. It might not benefit us, but it's gonna benefit future generations. So we're gonna do this to change this law, and we ain't gonna put nobody in that ain't gonna help us. So that's how it should be. But either way, I ain't gonna be preaching, but in this area right here, got a couple stores, you see. A couple stores here on both sides. You can see. Here too. Got dresses and all kind of stuff in there. Both sides. It's a nice area now. Nice little painting. I don't know who that is. That look like I don't know who that is though. It kind of look like an older version of Rihanna, but it's not. I don't know who it is though. It might be Jackie. Jackie O. Well, that's some nice glasses. Got some more portraits in there. More portraits. Kid clothes. You know. So, yeah, it's a nice painting. I like that one from the 3D painting. That's nice. So yeah. So, and down further, you look down further, you got the beach areas too. See people working. See UPS. UPS is here getting his work on. And what street is this? I think we almost here. Oh, it's Hot Business Avenue. Okay, so we almost here. We almost here. So bear with me a little while longer, and share. I actually came here one day. I was making a delivery, and I'm making a delivery, right? And the guy was like, I said, well, I'm making a delivery. Said, where do you want me to park? He said, you gotta find a place to park. And I said, well, if I gotta find a place to park, I can't park here. Then your boss ain't gonna get his delivery. He said, well, you gotta find a place to park. So I said, okay. Sure enough, I called it in. And he got a nice little trouble behind not letting me park there because he was getting his own feelings. Sometimes people want to be heroes. Got a job, just do your job. And you know if somebody delivering to your establishment, why are you giving them a hard time about parking somewhere? And you see how the street is. It's real narrow, nowhere to park for a truck. But anyhow, that's just it's just, I don't know what else to say about it, but just sharing a story about. I just thought about that because I remember when I came down this area, not making it a living. I thought about that. Just want to share that little piece, but it don't mean much. It was a long time ago, but still, just sharing, just sharing. So, see the clothes here. So here now, we're coming up on the street I was telling you about, and not too far from this area is a beach too. The beach as well. So we're gonna walk there and then walk back, and that'll be it for the day. Thank you. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming on, watching. But this is North County Road coming up. North County Road. Oh, this is South County. Never mind, it's South County. I gotta walk over a little bit more to get to North County. Okay. All right, we gotta walk a little bit that way. Get to North County, but this is South County. But I think it ran through both though. It was on both. But because we don't wanna, yeah. South County, North County. It's a good little hike. You see that? Good little hike, ain't it? Good little hike. Oh, excuse me. Nice little. Yeah, so we're gonna go here. Go over here. This way. Down this way. And you see, if I go around that bend right there, that's where the Breakers is. Breakers hotel, casino. And if I go around all the way around, if you go all the way around this area here, that's where Mar-a-Lago is at. Trump's residence, where he kind of frequently comes to play golf every so often. But one of the first books I read about real estate was from the Don. So I can't really like, he played on to what America is, as I can say. He played on what America is. And he shows you what America is, about how they voted for him. This is my opinion. But anyway, so we can't go down because there's no sidewalk. But we're gonna go up to the beach. But this is North County Road. And when I was talking about North County Road, right, was primarily people that work for Henry Flagler. They lived there. And so what happened was, they say it's not a historical fact. Of course they're gonna put it in history. They're gonna say that actually happened. But people that generation to generation, people talked about it, told a story about how they said they had like a little carnival. They had an event across the bridge I just came across. They had an event across the bridge on that road behind me. People used to live there. They worked for Henry Flagler. And so they told him, say, hey, we're gonna give you free tickets to this event. So they went to the event. And had a good time and came back. All their homes were burnt down to the ground. And that's not a historical fact. That's just a fact that people told their children, their children told their children throughout history. So, burn the people out. But you have what you see now. Behind that, because the people owned it. People own it. So imagine if they still own it to this day, how it would be. But now they burnt them out. And kind of the same thing going on now with other stuff, eminent domain, and all kind of other stuff. But we ain't talk about that today. But what I can say is, land is everything. They're making them. My dad used to tell me that all the time. They're not making any more land. So if you have some, don't get rid of it. Don't sell it. Keep it. Pass it down to your kids. Hopefully they don't sell it. You get a situation where they gotta sell it, but pass it to their kids and keep going from generation to generation. That's how it should be. That's the way I see it. If you don't see it like that, that's fine. But without land, they ain't making no more land. Not making any more land. So if you have some, hold on to it. So all they're doing is knocking down and building back up. So and these are nice too. See, these are nice too. These are nice. See, they're working on there. All this work is going on. All you hear is work. But it can't start till 9. You can't start early. You want to get off early? No. When you work in this area, get off at 5. Well before 5, because they want you out of here. They don't want you here late. They want you out early. They don't want you here too late. And on holidays, definitely not. You definitely ain't coming across that bridge on the holiday. Oh no, you better not. So anyway, I want to show you the water. Then we'll get off of here. And because this beach is private. You ever heard of a private beach? This beach is private. If you go on there, you might lock you up. It's a private beach for the residents and for the hotels, that people that go to the hotel. So you can't really. It's not really for the public. Well, maybe, because you got parking here, so maybe. Let me get the line. But anyways, some parts of this area is a private area. And you can't come on the water. But you see all those tents right there. It's part of that hotel right there. But anyway, let's walk back. I don't think I'm gonna be live no more. I think I'm gonna get off the live and I'll head back. But I just want to come on and show you this little piece of Palm Beach, and share a little bit about Mr. Flagler. He helped develop, no doubt about it. Or tycoon, billionaire, friend of John D. Rockefeller. He helped develop this area, Palm Beach, and the beauty you see today. It all started his vision. But he came here to visit and say, you know what? I like that area. I'm gonna develop it. Develop the train station. Develop the trains to go from West Palm to Key West. Develop all that stuff. So, but he also had a hand, in my opinion. And people say it's not true. It may not be true, but I believe it. Given America's history, I believe that he had people burnt out of their homes, so he can redevelop the area that you see. A lot of the $1 million houses are on, and $1 million hotels and everything are on. So this is my take, given the history of America, and we know we celebrating America's independence, but just know that certain people, especially here in Florida, weren't free until May, 2 years later. So that's just the history of America. We're gonna appreciate the history. We're gonna celebrate 200 years, celebrate it all. So with that being said, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. Like I always say, hit somebody you love them, but you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love. You never know, kiss them again. Also, a kind word just goes a long way. Do some kind for somebody. You'd be surprised. Our kind just changed somebody's life. Testimony to that. Kind word just changed my life. Thank God for the people every day. So with that, if y'all want me to stay on, say stay on shores more. Somebody say stay on, and I'll stay on a little bit more. That's all I need, one person to say stay on. And I'll show the way back. I go a different route the way back. You say stay on. Nobody says that. What's going on, man? How you doing? If nobody says that, then I'm gonna get off. I need one person to say stay on in the comments. If they want to see some more of the area, and I will stay on. If not, we're gonna head out because it's hot holding the camera. And I'm not doing myself a favor. I'm trying to do everybody else a favor. So if nobody else wants to see it, then I might as well get off. So if I can get one comment and say stay on. If not, let me get off. Going once, going twice. Nobody wants to see no more. Y'all good? Good for me. If it's good for you, it's good for me. So, it's nice and cool out here. Ooh wee. And the AC blowing. Whew, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Excuse me. All right. So with that, I'll see y'all later on. I'm out of here. Blessings. Bless. How you doing? All right. Be blessed. I'll see you. See you around, Sonny. But yeah. So you can see all the construction on both sides. See right here, they're working on this too. Yeah, she got the green thing up there, so you can't really see. You can't really see what's going on. It's across the street. Across the street here. Go back across the bridge. I'm gonna stay on anyway. I made up my mind anyway. I'm gonna stay on anyway, because I want to. Not because somebody said anything. Because sometimes when you want something, it's not about other people want what you want. So if you will do what you want, do what makes you happy. And Go with that. Go with that, because you can't always, you can't live to please people. You live to please God. Let everything else fall into place. You know, live to please God. Let everything else fall into place. Because you set your sights on, set your mind on, trying to please others, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. You're gonna be in a world of hurt, little man. Oh boy. That's from I forgot. But anyway, that's from a movie I saw. You know, I'm a movie buff. I love a good movie. Love a good movie. And a couple. I'm gonna give you a couple good movies that I can never get old. I watched this recently. Mahogany. That's a good one. Never gets old. Mahogany. The Firm. Never gets old. The Outsiders. That never gets old. The Outlaw Josie Wells. Two Moves of Sarah. These are all classics. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. These are all classics, old school movies. Casablanca. Never gets old. What else? Boys in the Hood. Of course, one of my favorite actors. One of my favorite actors, rappers, you name it. Ice Cube. Best album. You ever heard it? Death Certificate. Check that out. Best album. Hands down, it's my opinion now. My opinion. I grew up on. I listened to it growing up. I grew up on NWA, Too Short, Ice Cube, Nas, Tupac, of course, Notorious. Those are some rappers in my era, my generation. I said Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z, can't leave him out. X-Clan, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang Clan, so much. But anyway, I was sharing the movies. But this area right here is like, it's kind of mellow. It's like, you know, older modern homes that they haven't really redeveloped yet. And you see, you got a little parking here. But they actually have, I don't know if you have a little meter here, because some places they have meters where you have to pay. You have to park. And it goes to the meter and pay, put in the air, whatever slot you're in. So I don't see this here, so I don't really know, because like I said, usually when I come, they have a bus. You actually can park at the train station. That's what I'm in the live at the train station, so I can show you that too. Let's have a train station, and they have buses that go to the train station, and you can get on the bus, and the bus brings you right down to this area, and you get off on the bus and shop instead of drive and try to find somewhere to park. Drive to the train station, hop on the bus, get on the bus, and come here, shop, walk around, see the sights, get back on the bus, get back to your car, and go home. That way you ain't got to deal with the parking, because you see they got it closed off. They got it closed off right here. Then they got somebody sitting there, the valet. So you can't just pull in there. You pull in there, you're gonna be out of gas. So you better not pull in there. Pull in there, and you go for a walk. Go walk around the area, and you come back. Your car may be gone. Your car may be gone. Well, let me show you this too. This is how you know. Let me show you this in this area. See, I don't think they do it, but see this right? Look at this right here. Make sure you clean up behind your dog. We don't want none of that. If your dog uses the bathroom, hey, welcome to the live. If your dog uses the bathroom, make sure you clean up after the dog. But I still some people don't follow the rules. Oh boy, this is a fun live. And nobody didn't enjoy it, I know I did. but like I say, it's a sad truth. It's a sad thing that happened, but you can't dwell on it. All you can do is make sure, try to instill that in the people you know and share it with them. But some of them want to hear it, some of them don't. So the best you can do is just like live your life and pray and ask God to work things out, because don't fret over it. But look, so you see what I say, residence parking only? all times. That means you can't park. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me show it to you. See, I was telling you. See, you can't really see. It's that city of Palm Beach. They'll tow your car. So you can't park in this area. This is for the residents, only people that live in this area. You know, you can't park. Say no parking anytime, another sign. Then you know that if you park anywhere on the street, they call off, they're watching. They do. They sit, people sit in their window and watch everything. So even me, right now, you think like ain't nobody outside, right? Ain't nobody outside, but somebody done see me walking, holding the camera, recording, and they may have called it in, but you can't call it in. You can't call something like that in because it ain't really that serious. I ain't really doing much. I'm exercising my rights. So, you know, you can't do nothing about that. If I was like, it's like in front of a store, and like harassing customers or something like that, then they can call it in maybe. But I'm just walking through, just sharing, talking. That's it. So now if it was early in the morning, it feels like I want to come like before it got too dark, before it got too sunny, too hot. I wanted to come on, and I say, nah, better not. 6 o'clock in the morning, a brown face in this area. I make it subject to harassment. So I said, I better not do that. So that's why we're here now. And it's still kind of, what time is it? It's still kind of early. Yeah, it's only 11, 12 minutes after 11. So it's still kind of early. So we'll see. How you doing? We'll see what we can do. Like I say, Testimony Tuesdays, every Tuesday. We're gonna do it this Tuesday. We're gonna do a double dose. Testimony through song. Testimony Tuesdays today. A little later. After I rest, after I eat. Give me something in my belly. Get in my belly. As I get something in my belly. Because I got a weight problem. I can't wait to eat. Oh boy. But yeah, no. But seriously, though, after this walk, I've been walking an hour, almost an hour. Yeah, you're gonna get a little famished. Should have brought some water with me. I ain't drink no water while I've been walking. Just been walking and talking. So I'm a little parched. I need some hydration. Need some sustenance. And some good grocery, as I would say. And good grocery. I'll tell you some good grocery here. And if you visit the West Palm Beach area, let me tell you a couple of spots you should try. Here in the West Palm Beach area. Definitely got to try Sister Sarah's. Got to try that restaurant. It's a good one. Definitely got to try Big John's Eatery. That's definitely a good one. Got to try Juicy Crab. That's definitely a good one. And if you like crabs, don't buy your crabs from. You can go to Juicy, but it's a good vibe. But I recommend instead of going to the restaurant and once you know how to cook crabs, or if you just want the vibe, then go to the restaurant. But that'd be better off. You save more money, in my opinion, buying your own. And you're on the app right now. If you're watching me, you're on the app right now. You're watching live or replay, whatever. Gotta teach you how to cook crabs. And you just season it how you like to season. And go from there, because they taxing. It's like I asked one person, and I actually went. See my other video. I went to Tampa because I saw the spot. On the web, on TikTok and Facebook. I said, "Oh, I've been seeing this a lot. Let me go try it out." And to me personally, it wasn't worth the money. $60. I say, man, that's money I could have kept in my pocket. But it was an experience. I say, like, when you see stuff on the internet, it's a hit or miss. But for me, I'm telling you, because I like to eat. I'm telling you the truth. You see, look at my face compared to a couple months ago. I gained some weight. I've been eating. But anyway, you know, I said it because I like to try different foods, variety of foods. Like I say, the other night I cleaned the iguana. People say, "Oh, iguana," but I was sharing doing the live there. Iguana It's cleaner than pork. It's cleaner than pigs, cleaner than chicken. Because all it eats is grass. The other stuff eats everything else. Oh, it got, I thought to say it got parasites. I said, so does everything else. It's like, oh, it has parasites in it. It has germs and diseases in it. But so does everything else. You just cook it. When you cook, you can't eat it raw. If you eat it raw, you're going to get sick. So, but like I say, the only reason why we feel a certain way is because of how we were raised. And if you're raised on something, you don't know if it's good or it's bad or you know, what the difference between I'm saying the cultures of where you live at, where you're born at, how you're raised. You know, people don't say, people in certain countries, they don't eat no pig. They don't eat no cows. You crazy? You know, but it all depends on where you at, what part of the world you in. It's a reflection on what you eat and how you live. And I said that too, like I talked about the Christian versus Christian. Well, I'm gonna say it anyway, because I already started to say it. You know, and I ain't picking on nobody, because people say, oh, you talk about the men, this and that, but I ain't saying, I'm saying this to say because I admire. What I admire about, it's hot in sunny South Florida, I said it the other day, and compared to Muslim women, when they wear their hijabs and stuff, and the Florida heat, compared to an American Christian woman, it's very different. And that's part of the reason where they were raised and how they grew up. And so, you know, and it's hot. So it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of courage, a lot of guts to step out in this Florida heat and to wear that because of your faith and your belief. And you can't tell some of them, you can't tell them what to wear and what not to wear in this heat. They're gonna wear, it's too hot to wear something like that. It's too hot to wear anything. You're gonna be kind of skinless. So, but anyway, and I ain't saying that, like I said, I ain't saying that people know about it. I'm just saying that because we're talking about cultures, we're talking about different places, what people believe, and you say, oh, well, this and that. But what I admire, that's what I said. I said that. I'm gonna leave that alone before I get myself in trouble with somebody, anybody. I can't get in no trouble because I'm grown, but you know what I mean. But yeah. Anyway, we passed Flagler Boulevard. Other places we got here, it's like I don't know what it is, like office space, office buildings. And you see my jacket is drenched. Like I got a little t-shirt underneath. But I knew I was coming. I didn't want to be too hot coming out here. I just wanted to get my steps in. And I think we've done that today. So see what's right there? I saw him behind me, but I ain't seen him. But see, he waiting. He had plenty of time to turn. But he's still sitting right there. You see that? Y'all see that right there? Yeah, plenty of time to turn, but he's still sitting right there. Let's see if he turn now. Nope. Guess what you waiting on? Why are you sitting right there? I saw when he came behind me. But I ain't say nothing then. But see? What are you waiting on? You could have been turned. All right, wait and see if you go across the bridge. See that bridge right there? That's where they want me to go. And we going. I don't have no time. I got bond money, but I don't have no time to mess around these people. I know I don't got time to mess around these people. Let me going back across. And I'm just recording. Ain't bothering nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. But money talks. And I say that. Leave that alone. But I hope you enjoy the little tour you got. But like I said, the sticks. Don't forget about this. This all looks good. This all looks great. But don't forget about the sticks. Don't forget about the people that help build this area. We call over the bridge, called the wealthy area where everybody live at. And don't forget how they got burnt out. And these people say, oh, it's a rumor. Given America's history, I don't believe it's a rumor. I believe it's true. And that's just my opinion. That's my belief. I believe it's true. Well, not believe. I know it's true. Given America's history. So, and that's happened after slavery too. You think? Come on, man. You think that's a fabrication? That they told their kids? You think that's a lie? They told their children and grandchildren? No, it's the truth. And they don't want it to be the truth because who it's about. But like I said, you can't knock what he did. He had a vision, but he had to burn people out. What he should have did was give him a piece. Gave him a little piece, but that's what your job too. This is your job too. You can build your job up, work for them, work hard. And the owners, that's how it's supposed to be. You start your own business. That's how it's supposed to be. You can't eat like the boss eat. If the boss won't filet mignon, you can't have it on your salary. You gotta eat what you gotta eat. But and we ain't knocking that. But I'm just saying, whatever. Whatever. You have to burn them out. That's my point. You have to burn them out. But anyway, he's still there. Maybe just sitting there. He's still there. So we ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna say that this time. He's still sitting there. So we ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna assume that. He's waiting on us, but he's just sitting there. He's still sitting there now. I'm going. So maybe since all clear, coast to coast clear. Maybe it's got two on both sides. But yeah, y'all see the nice boats there in the area. Nice boats. Oh boy, we cooking. We almost back. Dang, I never thought my life would be anything but catastrophe, but suddenly I began to see a bit of good luck for me. I got a golden twinkle in my eye. So yeah. So since it's Testimony Thursdays, through song. Let's sing a couple songs. No, that's all right. I'll do that later. Let's just finish what we're doing now, and we'll do that. We'll talk about that later on. One topic at a time. Like I told the guy earlier this morning. One topic at a time. And you can tell I'm getting kind of tired, kind of windy. But I said I won't end the live until I get back. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll end it when we get back. Sometimes you put your foot in your mouth when you should. Put my foot in my mouth, and I should have finished it back there. But y'all, it's a test. Things get hard. Like I always say, when things get hard, sometimes you gotta take a deep breath and refocus. And keep walking. Keep pressing on. And it may not seem like, if you look there, you don't see where the train station is at. Look through there, I can't see the train station. But I know it's there. The end is there. I know it's there. But I'm tired, sweaty, I'm hungry. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. That's a bad thing to do, come out and exercise and not eat breakfast. Never do that. But that's what I did. Yeah, I should never do that. That's what I did. Walk, get up, walk, and not eat breakfast. But I did drink some water. That's a bunch of water this morning. So that's good. We did that. My eye's starting to burn now because of sweat in my eye. But when I was talking about the church earlier, I think this is the church right here I was talking about. It's a historical landmark. This is it right here. What we're coming up to now. So see, everything worked out for a reason. I can share that. And they're actually working on it too. They're actually working on it. See right here. And then they got a landmark with the first African American architect in this area. I'll show that too. That's neat that they got that there, right here in this area right here. It's nice. So we'll show that. But Palm Beach is nice. So like I said, if you live in Palm Beach, like I say, don't try to stay downtown. Find a place close to downtown, West Palm, and even if you get an Airbnb, you can get an Airbnb a decent price, and come stay. But don't stay downtown because they're gonna tax you, hit you across the head, like bam, hit you across the head. You stay downtown, and the rooms, the same quality of room you get down here, you can get it somewhere else, and maybe get it with less attitude and better customer service. That's just how I see it. So this is the area. But nowadays, a lot of people stay in Airbnbs. Those are good. But a lot of people have like cameras in there, Airbnbs, hidden cameras, you can't see them. So you got to think about that stuff too, you know, because they want to make sure you ain't stealing nothing. So they got cameras in their spots. They don't tell you that when you move, when you renting them, at least, or whatever you're gonna do. But they got cameras inside them. Anyway, see, see that? This is the area right here too. You come sit down or whatever. They're working here too. In this area right here, they're working, getting things done. Getting things done. A lot of action going on. A lot of work. And the train. What's good about the train? Get the train back. Like some of those guys that work here, they come from Miami. They come from Miami and come here, and the company buys them those electric bikes, electric scooters, and they ride from the station here. They come to work. And when work is over, they ride back. Get on the train and go home. So you gotta thank Mr. Flagger for that as well. I thank Mr. Flagger for that as well, because he had his hand in that too. So I know I said that earlier, but we just because some people just coming on, some people have been on long. We just sharing a little bit of West Palm Beach and see hotels, and there's a Hyatt right there, Hyatt Place. I wouldn't stay there. Right here's another hotel here too. Wouldn't stay there either. But I'm saying it because I live in the area, but I actually stayed. I went to Atlanta and we stayed downtown Atlanta. It was like filthy. Like dang, homeless people everywhere. All kind of stuff going on in that area. So, but if you don't know, if you're visiting somewhere and you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean? You're just visiting. You're a tourist. A tourist. So you don't know. Like I didn't know. But once you know, that's why I always say if you're gonna move somewhere, a house or whatever, you get ready to buy a house somewhere, make sure you visit the area at night before you buy. Visit the area at night. See how it is, and see if it's quiet. Or see what goes on at night. That way you'll know for sure what you're buying, because you see what's going on at night. If lots going on at night. People walking around, all kind of stuff going on, people on the streets. You know, it might not be the area for you to move into. Or if you're gonna rent it out, it's a different story. But even then, you gotta worry about somebody breaking into it and trying to fix it up. So, all kind of things. But all in all, this is a good area. You know, it's a nice breeze. You feel it? Y'all feel it? I can feel it. You hear the wind blowing? You hear it? That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate that. We need that. Give us another little push. Another push on. Push on. We almost there. I know I said that a while ago, but I'm serious now. Gotta cross the street though. Let's cross the street. Across the street. Get hit by a car. I'll be live. That'll be terrible. So yeah. So see the tracks. I'm almost to the tracks. But that's where the bright line's at right there. The bright line. But we're not going to that station. We're going to a different station. We're going to the Tri-Rail station. So that's where we're heading now. So we're gonna head there. Kenny working over here too. A lot of work. A lot of action. A lot of action. A lot of action up there. They're working up there too. See, up top. I salute them, because I wouldn't be up that high. I salute them, hanging on the side. But hey, I salute them. I'm sure if I started and did it, if I would do it. But not now. I'm trying to learn it now. No, I wouldn't try to learn it now. And really, I don't have to. Thank God for that. But you know, yeah. Thank God, and family, friends, to help me. I didn't say God. I thank everybody. Thank God first. I thank my family and friends that help as well. So I gotta say that too. I can leave them out. Oh, almost tripped. That wouldn't be good either. So y'all, we're coming up on oh, I don't know what they're gonna put here. Another construction part, construction site right there. I remember I was talking about the restaurants and hotels and stuff. Where we're going now, it's a hotel, the Hilton's right, not the Hilton, it's a Holiday Inn right there. But that's the Hilton right there. And across the street is all the restaurants. They used to have a movie theater, a lot of bars there. And so, you like, but they have a lot of Tony Robbins has been here a couple of times. He done a couple of things here. A couple other speakers have been here as well. So they have when they have big events, it's crowded. Traffic is bad. But if you like, you want to be close to the action, you want to be close to everything, then it's a good place to come and stay. And that way you won't be too far. You don't have to worry about driving anywhere. You can just come and walk right out of your hotel or right into everything that's going on, like all the restaurants and stuff, bars and stuff, and you'll be good. So you just have to decide once you decide you come to visit, decide where you want to stay, and what your budget is, and then I'll go from there. Because this is there where everybody parks. You gotta pay. You gotta pay to park, and even the hotel. This hotel here, right here, downtown in this area here, they charge you per night to park. I mean, that's something. You gotta pay them, but that's not only. It's like in the big city as well. Like I said, Atlanta was the same way. Not even Orlando too. Orlando the same way. I went to Orlando, and it's the same thing. So, something get wet. Bushes up, it's trees, it's bushes can be wet, but yeah. Birds. This is whatever it is, good lesson, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what that was. But anyway, we're gonna press on. I was talking about the hotel. This hotel is right there. Right there. Hotel's right there. Right there over there. And then you got a car dealership here. But you wanna get you a nice little car. Wanna do some car shopping while you're here. Get you a nice car if you want. And they got like, we're not going down that area. We're not going down there. But it's a lot of ain't no really no bar, but that's like what's a clothing store and shop. They ain't gonna slow down for me. It's like see the pedestrian walking, but he's gonna keep going. But like bunch of restaurants and everything right there. And I hope y'all seen that. See what I'm telling you? Even gonna stop. This is say pedestrians don't matter. I got a green light. I'm gonna run them over anyway. I got the money. In case something happens, I got the money to back me. Anyway, yeah. Cheesecake, cause I got a walking sign too. But anyway, Cheesecake Factory right there. Cheesecake Factory. Then I think Ruth Chris used to be here too, but I think Ruth Chris gone. I don't see Ruth Chris. He used to be there too. Ruth Chris. And what else we got here? Oh, this is the houses, the homes right here. Townhomes. Nice. Look at this steakhouse right there. Still there. It's at the end. Steakhouse. Ruth Chris. See Ruth Chris right there. Steakhouse. And we're gonna make it right here. And then we got a Kravis Center. Kravis Center has a lot of events, a lot of plays, different things you can come to watch when you're in the area. Catch a nice play, come. And right here, the Kravis Center is right there. So we'll make this turn right here. See the Kravis Center. See Ruth Chris, that's And like I said, if you wanna set the hotel right there, it's kind of pricey, but if it's in your budget, then you can stay there, and you got everything right here. You just walk, and you ain't got to even worry about driving. It's walk to everything you want to go, except for you can't come to South Florida, you can't come to West Palm, and not go to Big John's Eatery. That's a must do. Remember I said if you ever come to West Palm, if you're in West Palm, and you never been there, or you're in Palm Beach County, or South Florida rather, even in Florida period, and you never been to Big John's Eatery, then you're cheating yourself. So don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. So come check out Big John's Eatery here in South Florida. Some of the best soul food, some of the best grits and salmon that I've ever had. And thinking about it makes my tummy hurt. I'm getting hungry now. Big John's Eatery, Southern Boulevard, Salisbury Way. I don't know the exact address, but I know that's close enough. Just put it in Google. Big John's Eatery, and check it out. But these are also apartments too, condos, homes, and everything. You know, so we're gonna turn here. We got the School of the Arts. School of the Arts for our future minds. And stuff. You know. And talk about being born in a certain family and going through certain things. But what you gonna do to get yourself out of that circumstance? Once you know what you're into, you're gonna sleep all day, and you're gonna not work to get where you want to go. And I ain't saying to pick on nobody. I'm just saying it because it's true, regardless of what. If you know you're born in a certain family, certain situations, certain circumstances, are you gonna work to get yourself out of those situations you're in? Or are you gonna mope and cry about it, but you don't have? Because these people that go to these schools, their parents got money. They come from money. But when you're born and your family don't have it, you got to work harder than everybody else if you want it. Now, if you don't want it, ain't nothing wrong with sleeping laying around. But if you want it, you got to figure out a way of what you're gonna do to work harder than them, because they already got. They can sleep and they can have summer vacations and everything else. So their parents gonna buy whatever they want. But if your parents don't got it, you got to work for it, and they can get by, and you got to do it for yourself if you want it. And that's the truth. The point of it all. Point of it all. I see got the Gates Law, a nice little soccer club. You know, the parents part of the PTA. The parents got millions and millions of dollars in the kids. But they got scholarships for those underprivileged kids that are really, really smart. But they want to come here. But it's not a many of them. They don't give them out a lot. I mean, they don't give too many of them out. I mean, but you got to have the cheese to come. And this, like private schools too, whatever you want to call it. Some people send their kids to private schools and then they can't afford it, but they want to have a better life. And I understand that too. But one thing, you send them there and they still don't want to do right. It's a whole other problem in itself, you know, sacrifice. But it's a whole other thing within itself. But I shared that to share that, you know, in this area, in the area we already been to, people in the area, people live in that area, they have money and their kids gonna be well off. And so me, I come from a great family, a spiritual family, but you know, ain't nobody got millions and millions of dollars to say, here you go. That, you know, I gotta get up and work and do what I gotta do for myself and for my kids when they were younger. Even though they say, well, time, this and that, but you did the best you could at the time, and that's the bottom line with that. But you only can do what you can do, and you can't look back. But I say that to say, you gotta work. If you want something different, and you weren't born into it, you gotta work. But when everybody's asleep, you know what to get it. But if you're content, they got a Marriott right there too, Marriott. But if you're content, then it's okay. It's fine. Be content. Be happy. I wish you happiness too. But at the same time, we almost here. See the tracks? See the tracks? We're almost here. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you took the words in. I hope you remember Remember Henry Flagler? Henry Flagler, get taken away from Henry Flagler. Henry Flagler was what he did, having a vision, and what he did is great. But also remember people of the sticks, the ex-slaves that got burnt out where they was living at, and what's now is called a predominantly wealthy area across that water over there, across that bridge over there. So remember Henry Flagler, remember them as well, because they part of what he did, and they part of maybe never know if they had to let them stay there, what their kids, their great grandkids would have right now, where they would be. You never know, because it's a wealthy area. So if you would have said people already own the places, already own the land over there already own it already. They let them stay there, and they develop around them, and help them develop, or they develop on their own. How much it be worth, and what their kids will have right now compared to. And the own situation America has burnt African Americans out of where they was living at, or what they was doing. So when we decide to celebrate this Independence Day, let's not forget that, for one, yeah, it's America's Independence Day, but a lot of people weren't freed, especially here in Florida. They weren't free until May 20th, almost 2 years later, well, over 2 years later. So remember everything. 4th of July is great, Independence Day is great. People like to barbecue and have fun with your family, that's cool. And I don't knock it, I get paid for the holiday, so I'm happy. But at the same time, history is history. It hurts my soul, it saddens me a lot to know that they burned people out of a place like that and did them like that. I think they worked hard for that man. But that's not the resilience of certain people. The resilience of the certain people shows by how they can go through all they go through and still be willing to stand up. It's another thing to know where you come from, know who you are, know who your people are, and be willing to don't willing to wallow in boat and cry about what you don't have. Get up and work is what you want, so you can have. And you can't get nothing by sitting still. You got to get what you want by moving. So move some chicken head. Move some chicken head. Get up and move. Move. Everybody like to sleep. I wish I was in my bed right now sleep. And I said, no, I gotta get up. I'm off today. I gotta get up and do some things, get some things done, and then relax. So because I gotta work tomorrow though. Gotta bust it down tomorrow. But either way, got up, did what I had to do today. Even got some exercise in. And I'm gonna start doing that today too, on a regular too. I'm gonna try. But I'm gonna try. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. That way I ain't gotta beat myself up if I don't. But I'm gonna try to exercise every day, even if it's after work or before work. Or before work. We're gonna try to get it in at least 30 minutes to an hour. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But I feel better now. I feel better because not only for one, I'm here. And number two, it's not too hot. It's a nice, sunny, breezy, blissful day. And we're coming up on summer too. It's summertime here, almost summer. When the first day of summer? June? I'm not really sure, but it's summertime. And the school is out. So summertime. And it should be hot, but it's not today. It's been raining, so it's not this cool. It's a cool day to walk. So especially walking for how long I've been walking? An hour and 20 minutes. So it's good to walk. And I don't know if I could. Hour and 20 minutes to walking in the heat. I don't know if I could have made it. Well, I know I could have made it. It would have been a little harder though for me to make it. But yeah. But so, and that's another apartment complex up there, condos and stuff like that. And I was talking about the buses. Got the Greyhound bus comes here, Amtrak comes here. See Amtrak sign. Amtrak comes here, Greyhound, and the Tri-Rail. So you got kind of like a 3-in-1. Greyhound, Tri-Rail, and iguana. Another iguana. That's a small one though. And we're gonna eat our iguana sometime this week. People say, oh, but if you can eat it and taste it, and close your eyes and say, okay, I'm just gonna try it and taste it. I ain't gonna think about what it is. I bet you'll like it. That's anything. Any kind of food you say, oh, well, it's nasty. Try it at least one time and see how it tastes. Don't go by what they say it is. Because chitlins, if you go by the smell of chitlins, thing before they clean, go about how they smell and everything else, and know where they come from, you definitely wouldn't eat them. But no, even if you know where they come from and you done tasted them, you can't deny your belly. You should probably, but you can't. Here's a Brightline bike. She got Brightline. She got bikes where you can get under the kiosk, kind of scan the barcode, and I'll rent a bike. You can rent a bike and ride it downtown, ride it around the city, and then you have a certain amount of time. You get an hour or two to ride around, and then that's it. So but then you hear they have different languages to let everybody know when the bus is coming. You got English, Spanish, Creole. For those that speak English, Spanish, or Creole, you can come. Let's listen to what they're saying and find out what side of the track you need to be on so you can get the bus. You can get the train, because the train is coming. It's coming. This train, it goes from Magnolia Park. Magnolia Park is a part of, like, before you get into Revere. It's a train station right there, and it goes all the way to Miami Airport, International Airport. So you can come here or go there if you're down in that area. And I recommend if you are in the area, then what you call it, you drive, you get a hotel in that area, you get a train, come this way instead of coming out staying here, because the prices you're gonna get in that area, the prices you get here, and the hotel just is nice. So that's the bus right there. I was saying that's the bus right there. I was saying the 31. It goes right this left from. That's where it goes. It's going there now, and it actually goes to that station. I mean that station I was telling you about too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching on this Thursday. I made it. I'm here. And so with that being said, y'all be safe and be blessed. Tell somebody you love them. You never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love. You never know, kiss them again. I'm tired. Also, a kind word just goes a long way. Kiss some kind with somebody, you'd be surprised how kind just change their life. I'm testimony to that. So with that being said, y'all be safe and be blessed. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace. Blessings.